Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we completed our discussion related to SDLC. What is SDLC and why we need to go for SDLC? SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle that represents end-to-end flow of our application development to delivery process. So when we are talking about SDLC, we need to understand what are the phases available in the SDLC. That means how companies will start the project and how companies will complete the project. That complete step-by-step process is called as development life cycle. There are several phases available in the development life cycle. First one is requirements gathering. Second one is requirements analysis. Third one is a design. Fourth one is development, testing, deployment, delivery, and maintenance. So companies will follow these phases to develop one project to the clients. Now here in the industry, earlier people used to follow waterfall model. Waterfall is the first SDLC methodology that came into market. Waterfall model is a sequential model, or we can say it is a linear model. In waterfall model, after one stage is completed, then only we can go for the next stage. In waterfall model, after one stage is completed, then only we will go for the next stage. So as we are going to move only in the forward direction, changes in the middle is not accepted in the waterfall model. Client also will see the project only at the end. Okay. So the next one is agile model. To overcome the problems with the waterfall model, nowadays companies are preferring agile model. What is agile model? Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver our application to the client. So in this agile methodology, planning, development, testing, and a deployment is a continuous process. So in this agile model, application will be delivered to the client in the multiple releases. So we can call them as sprints. For every release, we will take a client feedback. Client involvement is very high when we are talking about agile methodology. So project will be released in the multiple releases, right? So for every release, we will take the feedback from the client and we can improve that. So multiple team members will be available. Tech lead will be available. Scrum master and product owner will be available. We are going to see these people when we are working with the agile methodology. And the next one, agile terminology. This is the most important part to work with the agile. Backlog grooming. Backlog grooming is a meeting that is used to identify pending tasks in the project, right? All the team members will join in the backlog grooming meeting and they will identify what activities are pending in the project. And for every activity, for every task, one story will be created in the Jira. So in the last session, we have seen what is Jira, how to work with Jira. Jira is a project management tool that is used to manage our project work, right? So here, backlog grooming meeting will be conducted to identify all the pending tasks in the project. A story. Story nothing but a task that we have to work on. Every story will have story ID. Whenever we create a story, for that story, one ID will be generated. And for that story, we will have some story points. For that story, we will have some story points. What is the meaning of story points? Story points represents the duration to complete the story. So 3 points means 1 day, 5 points means 2 days, 8 points means 3 days. Like this, some story points will be available. Then what is sprint planning? Sprint planning is a session where the team will identify the priority stories, how many team members available for this sprint, total as a team, how many stories we need to complete, how many story points we need to complete, that we are going to discuss in the sprint planning. Sprint planning, that is a meeting to prioritize backlog stories to work in the sprint based on the team bandwidth. Then what is sprint? Sprint is nothing but fixed set of stories that we agreed to complete in the sprint duration. And when the sprint is going on, daily Scrum call will be available. What is the Scrum? Scrum means it is a daily meeting to provide work updates to the Scrum Master. So in that Scrum call, we will discuss what are you working on, when it will be completed, do you have any issues in that, and do you need any help in the task completion that we are going to discuss in the Scrum call. So every day you need to participate in the Scrum call and you need to provide your work updates. Got my point? Next one, what is retrospective? Retrospective is basically a meeting that is for review. So when we worked on the projects, so what went well, what went wrong, what went well, what went wrong, any lessons learned, any improvements, those things we are going to discuss in the retrospective. Retrospective meeting, that is basically a review meeting to discuss what went well, what went wrong, what are the lessons we have learned, what are the improvements are there, what are the new ideas we need to implement. We will discuss in that. Next one, Jira. So as we discussed, Jira software developed by Atlassian company, right? So this is a commercial software. Bitbucket software also developed by Atlassian only. Bitbucket is used for version control. That means we can maintain source code repositories by using Bitbucket, whereas Jira is used for project management. Using Jira, we can perform below activities. We can create tasks, nothing but stories we can create by using Jira, and we can assign the task to the team members, and testers will report the bugs in the project, and we can generate project status reports also using Jira. Now in the Jira, what we have done, okay, we have created project in Jira, okay, create stories in backlog, assign story points. So for each story, we need to assign some story points. Story points represents how many days that story will be completed like this. That story points we have to assign. And sprint plan sprint, nothing but move stories from backlog to sprint. Then next one, start the sprint. Sprint will be started. So whenever we are working on a sprint, every sprint will have a duration. So in some companies, duration will be 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but industry standard sprint is 2 weeks. Start the sprint, then assign task. Okay, you can assign the task to the team member. Suppose if you are working as a scrum master in the project, or if you are a senior resource, you can assign the task to your team members. And in most of the companies, task assignment is self-process. That means you need to assign the task to your name. In my project, nobody will assign the task to our team members. Everybody will go to the Jira board. They will identify what are the stories are the pending, and they will assign the task to themselves. Assign task, then change task status. Initially, the task will be available in the to-do state. Now, we need to change the task to in progress when we are working. Make sure when you are working on particular task, you assign the task to your name and you change the task status. For example, you are working on a task, but you have not assigned to your name, you have not to change it the status. Then there is a chance other team member also can do the same task. So 2 people will do the same task. It is wasting our time. So that's why when you are working on the task, first you need to assign. When you want to start working on a task, first you need to assign the task to your name. Then you need to change the task status also. So once the task is completed, update comments per task. I mean to say, assign assign story. Basically, instead of task, we are calling it as story. Assign story, change story status. Once story is completed, update comments for story and change status. So initially, that story will be available in the to-do state when we have created. When we want to start working on that story, we need to assign that story to our name and we need to change that story status. Once the story is completed, updates comments for the story and change the status as completed. So that Scrum Master can do that check and will understand how many stories are completed, how many stories are pending, who is working on which story. That complete report will be available. Okay, this is the practice we have done in the Jira in the last session. So Jira software developed by Atlassian company. This Jira will be used as a project management software. The complete project management work will done through Jira. Using Jira, we can create tasks in the project. I mean to say stories in the project. We can assign tasks in the project. Bug reporting can happen through Jira. Project status reports also will be taken from the Jira. So here, Jira is available in licensed version as well as in the trial version. We have used Jira trial version. We created account in the Jira and we are able to log in into that. We are able to create the account and we are able to log in into that account. Then we created the project. We created the stories. We have added story points. All right, guys. Now, real-time work process. Real-time work process. So what will happen when you join in the company? For every team member, Jira access will be provided by the company. For every team member, Jira access will be provided. Jira access will be provided by the company. So for every company, Jira licensed version will be available. So once you join in the project, for every team member, so in your team, if 10 members are available, for all the 10 members, Jira access will be available. For every team member, Jira access will be provided by the company. So we need to join daily Scrum call. We need to join daily Scrum call to understand what is happening in the project. Okay. Even though if you are new to the project, first you need to understand what is happening in the project. So how you will understand what is happening in the project? If you join daily Scrum call, then you will understand what is happening in the project. For every team member, Jira access will be provided by the company, and we need to join daily Scrum call to understand what is happening in the project. Okay, we need to provide our work updates to Scrum Master in daily Scrum call. So what you are working on, which story you have taken from the Jira, what is the status of that story, when that story will be completed, do you need any help for that, did you stuck somewhere with that story, that information you need to provide to the Scrum Master. We need to provide our work updates to the Scrum Master in daily Scrum call. So if we are unable to join Scrum call, due to some personal emergency, so every day my Scrum call is at 5 o'clock. Suppose all of a sudden at 4:45, I got a call. I need to go outside to pick up my parents, or I want to go for a hospital. I have a doctor appointment, something like that. Some emergency situations will be available. In those emergency situations, we cannot join the Scrum call for that day. If we are unable to join Scrum call any particular day, if you are unable to join Scrum call, then we need to send our work updates to Scrum Master by keeping our team also in email. So that means your team should know what you have done for today. So if you are in the meeting, then you can explain your work status so that everybody will understand what are you doing in the project. For example, if you are not joining for the Scrum call today at 5 o'clock, you have a doctor appointment. You have to leave from office by 4 o'clock only, or you have to leave by 4 o'clock from your house to meet the doctor. So at that time, so what we need to do is we need to send our work updates to the Scrum Master in the email saying that today I can't attend the Scrum call due to my doctor appointment. Please find my work updates below. So we need to send one email to the Scrum Master with our work updates if you are not able to join the Scrum call. So if you are available, then definitely you need to join the Scrum call. So then only you will understand what is happening in the project, who is working on what, where the team is stuck, where the team needs help. So all that information they will discuss in the Scrum call. So once you join in the company, attending the Scrum call is mandatory. If you don't attend the Scrum call, you don't know what is happening in the project. And you need to provide your work updates to the Scrum Master in the daily Scrum call. If we are unable to join the Scrum call, then we need to send our work updates to the Scrum Master by keeping our team also in the email. That means every team member should know what other members are doing in the project. That is the main agenda of this Scrum call. Participate in the backlog grooming. You need to participate in backlog grooming sessions and create backlog stories. So when you are working in a team, you may feel that there are some tasks are pending in our project. So then you need to create the stories for them when the backlog grooming session is going on. Every team member should participate in the backlog grooming session, even if you have 10 years experience or whether you are a fresher, it doesn't matter. You need to participate in that meeting to understand what are the pending activities available in the project. Participate in the backlog grooming sessions and create backlog stories and assign story points. Assign story points. Assigning the story points is very important. For this, you need to know effort estimations. So in the company, there is a concept called effort estimations. Effort estimations, nothing but when you look at some task, you need to estimate how much time it will take to complete. So that is called effort estimation. So blindly, you cannot give 8 points for all the stories. Blindly, you cannot give 3 points for all the stories. When you are creating a story, you need to analyze what we need to do for that, how much time it will take. If a fresher has done that development, how much time it will take. For experienced people, how much time it will take. You need to calculate all those things and you need to give the average estimation. Participate in the backlog grooming sessions and create backlog stories and assign story points based on estimation. Okay, login functionality development is required. So how much time it will take to develop login functionality? And whenever you say login functionality development, not only just writing the code, we need to make sure that code is working as expected. Proper testing is also required. So you need to give the estimation based on that task. Participate in the sprint planning session. Participate in sprint planning session to understand priorities in the project. So there are so many backlog stories are available. All the stories we can't complete in 2 weeks, right? So in the sprint planning session, team is going to discuss what needs to be done and what is important. So what is our sprint goal? That everything, the story prioritization will happen in the sprint planning session. Okay. The next one, participate in retro meetings. Participate in retro meetings for review. So what went well, what went wrong, any problems, any lessons learned, any improvements, any ideas that you can discuss in the retrospective meeting. Participate in retro meeting for review updates. Okay. And for ideas sharing. If you have any ideas to implement in your project, then you can go for this retro meeting. Now, so I have given one idea in my team. So what we thought is, so every day we are working, every Friday, we will have some fun games. We'll have some fun games in the online. Currently, we are working from home every Friday. So 1 hour, the team will join for online games meeting. Some playing games people will play on the Fridays in the 1 hour for 1 hour. So just to improve the networking in the team. So everybody should understand all the other team members. So always work, work, work. So people will miss that communication. So that's why. So in our team, every Friday, one game will happen. So it's something like if they say the movie name, we need to tell who is the hero and who is the heroine for that. Okay. And if they say, if they show the car name, if they show the car, we need to identify that is belongs to which brand, that is from which company, when that car released into the market. Okay. If we display any logo, they need to guess that logo belongs to which company. So such kind of some fun activities will be available in the team. So the team will be recharged to do the more work. Okay. Able to understand? These are the things that we are going to discuss in the retro meeting. In the retro meeting, you will provide your inputs. So what you have observed in the team from the last 1 month. So anything that we need to improve, any new ideas, all those things we are going to discuss in the retrospective meeting. And one more thing is, if you want to take any leaves, then please inform to Scrum Master before sprint starts. So that they can plan work accordingly. Suppose you want to go for 3 days leave, you want to go for a temple with your family, or you want to go for a trip with your friends or something like that. So now, when you are having some leave plan, these leaves are called as planned leaves. Planned leaves nothing but you will prepare a plan for that, you will book the tickets and all, you will get ready for that. When you are having such a kind of a planned leaves, you need to inform to the Scrum Master before the sprint starts. Why? Because they need to do the work plan accordingly. Once the sprint is started, if you say that I will not be available for 4 days, then work will be affected. So that is the reason before our sprint is going to start, we need to provide our leave status to the Scrum Master. So if you are not available for 3 days, according to that, they will plan the sprint, how many stories we need to complete, how many story points we can come. So that's why. If any emergency leave, for example, today morning, when you woke up, you felt you are suffering from fever or some problems are there, or some medical emergency is there, then for emergency leaves, send update to team and Scrum Master. So nowadays, for every team, one WhatsApp group will be available. Okay. Now, suppose for example, today morning, all of a sudden, you got one important call. You need to travel your hometown, or you need to go for a bank, or you need to go for your college to get some documents, etc. Any kind of emergency, or your tabiyat theek nahi hai, you are not feeling well. So then we don't want to go for office today. We want to take the leave. So for emergency leaves, send update to team and Scrum Master through email or message. Anything is fine. If you have laptop access, then you can send an email to your Scrum Master saying that I am out of office today. So in generally, people will mention that OO email. OO email nothing but out of office. That means you are not available for office today. So generally, people will send you an email with the subject as OO. OO nothing but out of office, that is a leave. So if you are having any emergency leaves, then send update to the team and Scrum Master, because as we are working in the team, some dependencies will be available. If you don't give the updates to the team, their work will be affected, because some people in the team may be waiting for you. So that is the reason. If you want to take any emergency leave, then you can send me a message. Nowadays, for every team, WhatsApp group will be available. You can just send a message in the WhatsApp group. Due to some personal emergency, I am not available for office work today. I'm taking leave. That's it. Then people will plan their work accordingly. Suppose you have a marriage plan. You want to get married. For marriage, you want to take 2 weeks leave or 3 weeks leave. Suddenly, you can't say that from tomorrow, I will not available because my marriage is there. For 3 weeks, I want leave. If you say, nobody will accept. So when you want to take 2 to 3 weeks of leave, then you need to inform 1 month in advance because you are getting married. You have a marriage plan. Marriage plan will not happen in one day, right? So we will be having good planning for that, right? So 1 month before, you need to inform to the Scrum Master saying that I want to go for my marriage leave for 3 weeks of time. So they, based on your leaves, they will plan the work for the team. So like this, for everything, we need to give the update, right? For emergency leaves, send update to the team and Scrum Master through email or message saying that you are out of office. That means you are on the leave. So if you want to take any planned leaves, like marriage or a trip or vacation, something. If you want to take any planned leaves, then please inform to Scrum Master before sprint starts so that they can plan work accordingly. For emergency leaves, 1 day leave or 2 days, emergency leaves will be there for everyone. For emergency leaves, send update to the team and Scrum Master through email or message saying that you are out of office for today. Can you please read all the points that we need to follow in the company? We know what is software development lifecycle, what is waterfall model, what is agile model, and what is Jira, how to work with Jira. So the extension for that, as a software engineer, how we need to behave in the company. That is what we are discussing. So nowadays, every project will follow agile methodology because that is an iterative approach to develop and deliver application to the client. Agile is an iterative approach to develop and deliver application to the client. So for every team member, Jira access will be available. The complete project work will be managed by using Jira. So in the Agile methodology, every day Scrum call will be available. In that Scrum call, we need to discuss our work status. Same thing will be done by other team members also. If we join the daily Scrum call, then easily we can understand what is happening in the project. And daily, we need to provide our work updates to the Scrum Master in daily Scrum call. So daily Scrum call will happen for 15 to 20 minutes of time. So any particular day, due to some emergency, you are not able to join Scrum call. Then how you will give updates to the Scrum Master? By sending one email, we will give updates to the Scrum Master. So today, I'm not able to join Scrum call due to some personal emergency. Please find my work updates. I have completed this story and I'm working on this particular story. It will take another 1 day to complete. So like this, we need to provide our work updates to the Scrum Master. Then whenever there is a backlog grooming session, you need to participate in the backlog grooming session to understand what are the pending stories in the project. All the team members will join. If you don't join, then you will miss the updates from the project. So you need to participate in the backlog grooming session and create backlog stories and assign story points based on the estimation. Participate in the sprint planning session to understand priorities in the project. That means there are so many backlog stories are available, which stories that we have to complete that we are going to discuss. Participate in the planning session to understand priorities in the project. Then participate in the retro meeting for review updates. Okay. If you want to take any planned leaves, then please inform to Scrum Master before sprint starts so that they can plan the work accordingly. For emergency leaves, send updates to the team and Scrum Master through email or message saying that you are not available today. Are you clear? And conduct knowledge sharing sessions for the team. This is the most important thing, guys. Conduct knowledge sharing sessions. Conduct knowledge sharing sessions for the team. Sir, what is the meaning of knowledge sharing sessions for the team? Knowledge sharing nothing but Currently in our project, Docker is not available. Assume that. In whichever the project you are working on, in that project, Docker is not available. But you know what is Docker, how to work with the Docker. Then you can conduct one knowledge session meeting for your team and you can teach them Docker so that they will understand what is Docker, why Docker, how to use Docker. So it will give a good impression for your manager when you are educating your team. Conduct knowledge sharing sessions for the team on latest technologies. Okay. For example, in your team, AWS cloud is not available. Now you know what is AWS cloud. So then you can conduct 2 hours, 3 hours meeting for your team and you can ask the team to join for that meeting. In that meeting, you can explain what is AWS, why AWS, and how to work with AWS cloud and what are the benefits. Like that, you can conduct some training sessions for your team. It can be on anything. It can be on anything. It can be on Java. It can be on cloud. It can be on DevOps. It can be on UI. It can be on the tools. Anything that is helpful for your team members. So you can conduct a knowledge sharing session for the team on the latest technologies. So if your manager comes to know that, if the Scrum Master comes to know that you are doing this kind of knowledge sharing with your team members, then they will have very good impression on you. That will be helpful for your ratings in the year end. That will be helpful for your hikes in the year end. That will be helpful for your promotions for the next level. So you need to get always a good and positive feedback from your seniors in the team. So when we will get that, we need to do our work properly. Along with that, we need to do some activities which are helpful for our team. So conduct knowledge sharing sessions for the team on the latest technologies. So that will give very good impression for your team members on you and very good impression for your Scrum Master, product owner, if you have manager, then also. Able to follow this? Who will create the backlog stories? Team members will create the backlog stories. Sachin, I already told you in the Jira class how we will create the backlog stories. When the backlog grooming meeting is happening, all the team members will create the stories in the backlog. Any team member can create. Any team member can create the stories in the backlog. Clear, guys? So I hope you understood what is Jira, how to work with Jira, and how we are going to deal with this in the company. Ashwini, I told you that. So who will assign the story to the team members? In some projects, as I told you, Scrum Master will assign the story to the team members. In some projects, Scrum Master will not assign the stories. We have to assign the story to ourselves. In some projects, Scrum Master will assign the story to the team members. In some projects, Scrum Master will not assign the story for the team members. We have to assign the story to ourselves. It depends on the project. So what is the culture is there in the project? According to that, we need to follow. In my company, Scrum Master will not assign the story. Team members only will assign the story to their lead. What are the extra features in the licensed version of the Git? More customization will be available in the licensed version of the Jira. So you can create more number of columns for the status change and reports you can generate. You can download the report in the PDF format, Excel format, project-wise report, team-wise report. status-wise reports, administration functionalities will be available when you go for licensed version. All right, guys. So with this, you understand how the work will be assigned to you in the company. And for example, they have assigned one task for you with 3 points. 3 points story you have taken, but that 3 point story you are not able to complete in one day. 3 points means 1 day duration, 8 hours duration. 1 day means 8 hours for the employee, right? So you have taken one story which is having 3 points that is supposed to complete in one day, but you are not able to complete in one day. Then what to do? Whatever the story that we are working on, it is supposed to complete in one day, but in one day we are not able to complete that. But in one day we are not able to complete that. Come on, guys. Then what we need to do? Do we need to roll down on the floor and cry for that? Do we need to roll down on the floor and cry if our task is not able to complete? We have to work on the story for the next day. We have to work on the story and we need to give updates to the Scrum Master. Okay. If our story is not completed in the given amount of time, if our story is not completed in given timelines, then we have to explain the reason for delay in Scrum call. If our story is not completed in the given timelines, then we have to explain the reason for delay in the Scrum call. So I'm working on the story number 1032. It is 3 point story. I have to complete by today, but due to some technical challenges, I'm unable to complete this story by today. Tomorrow I will complete this story. So like this, you need to justify why your story is not completed in the given time. So then Scrum Master will accept. It will happen with everyone in the project, right? It will happen with everyone in the project. Even with me also, sometimes it happened. I'm not able to complete the story in the given time. Then I will tell them what is the reason for the delay and when it is going to complete. You need to give the justification for the delay in the story. You need to justify why that story got delayed. Effort is given as 3 points, but it is taking 2 days to complete. 3 points means within 1 day to complete. Why it is taking 1 day extra? You need to explain the reason for that. All good? Yeah, perfect. So as of now, we understood Maven as a build tool. Okay. So every Java developer should know how to work with Maven. And we understood GitHub. Every Java developer should know this Bitbucket and GitHub, which are used to maintain our project source code, code integration, code monitoring, All that stuff we are going to do by using this GitHub and Bitbucket repositories. Now we discussed about Agile methodology. So what is Agile methodology? What terminology will be available? What is the story? How to create story? What is backlog grooming? What is sprint planning? How to assign the story? How to change the story status? We have seen that by using Jira. So every software engineer, not only developers, every software engineer should know what is Jira and how to work with Jira, because in the company, every day we will use Jira only to manage our work. Task assignment, okay, task status change, adding the comments for the task, checking what are the tasks assigned on our name. So everything we are going to do with the Jira tool only. So all of you confident with all the topics that we have discussed so far? All of you confident with all the topics that we discussed so far? We discussed about Maven, GitHub, Bitbucket, Agile methodology, and Jira. These are the topics that we have learned so far in our course. Now, so with this, I am stopping the tools now, guys. So we discussed 1, 2, 3, 4 tools we have discussed as of now. So with this, I'm stopping the tools discussion. I'm stopping the tools discussion now. We need to jump into our module 3. So here, module 1, in the module 1, we understood our software industry details. So we discussed about software industry details. How many types of projects will be available? How many types of companies will be available? What is permanent job and what is contract job? That we discussed in the module 1. In the module 2, we have started real-time tools. As I told you, 20 tools we are going to learn as part of the course. Okay, 20 plus tools we are going to learn as part of this course. But as of now, I completed just 4: Maven, GitHub, Bitbucket, and Jira. Now, we are not going to learn all the 20 tools at a time. In the initial classes also, I told you, 20 tools we are not going to discuss in the sequence order. So 3-4 tools that we discussed, which are very important to start our projects development. For example, Sonar Cube. Now, if we develop a project, then we can use a Sonar Cube to perform the code review. Postman. If we develop a project, then we can do the testing of the project by using Postman. If we develop a project, then we can deploy by using Docker. Okay. If the project is running, then we can do the performance testing by using JMeter. Okay. So that's why if you want to get the real experience on the projects, so first let's start our project development with the tools that we have created, and we are going to learn the remaining tools along with the projects development. Now, so we are going for module 3 now. In the module 3, we need to understand mini projects development. In the module 3, we need to understand mini projects development. Got it, guys? So these mini projects development is very, 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 very important. So now, why we are going to learn these mini projects development in our course, right? So the mini projects development will help you to understand the requirements, how you will get the requirements in the company. In the same way, I will give the requirements for you. Once I give the requirements, first you need to start doing the work. You need to start analysis on the project. So today I am here to teach you. You paid the money for the course. I'm teaching you the subject. I will teach you all the topics which are mentioned in our content. I will write the code. It will work. Output will come. If you want, I will share that code. Then that code will work in your system also, because Java is platform independent. But that is not the reason why you join for the course. The main purpose of the course Java project is you should be able to develop the code on your own. Tomorrow, when some requirement comes to you, you should be able to analyze that requirement. You should be able to develop, test, deploy, and deliver. So everything you should know in the SDLC. How to analyze the requirement, how to design, how to develop, how to test, how to deploy, how to deliver. You should involve in every phase of the SDLC, then only you will get the complete picture, right? So these mini projects, I will give the task for you. I want you people to come up with your analysis. So here, mini projects, do it and learn it. Do it and learn from that. So I will give the task. I want you to do the analysis. In the classroom only, we will do the analysis, guys. It's not like a homework for you. So in the class only, I will see what is your analysis. Whenever I want to develop a project, first I will give the chance for my students. My students should come up with their analysis. Once the students' analysis is completed, then I will do the analysis and I will show my analysis. So then when you compare your analysis and my analysis, then you will understand the difference. If a fresher do the analysis on the project, if an experienced person do the analysis on the project, what are the differences? If a fresher do the analysis and if an experienced person do the analysis, then what difference will be available, that we are going to discuss. Are you guys getting my point? So whatever the mini project I'm going to give you, if I directly do that mini project in the class, you will watch everything. You will feel, array, it is easy. But when you try to do that mini project on your own, then you will understand where is the problem in the implementation. Where is your skill set is stopped? Why are you not able to implement that code? What is your weak point in the Java? All those weaknesses you are going to understand. Okay, good. All right, guys. So why we are going for this mini projects development? Why we are going for this mini projects development? What is the reason behind developing the mini projects in the course? What is the reason behind developing the mini projects in the course? To improve our coding skills, to improve our analysis. Come on, guys. You understand? You understand why we are going for the mini projects development? To analyze the requirements. To analyze requirements. To improve analysis skills. To improve coding skills. Okay. To become independent programmer. To understand real-time development. In the real time, how companies will be recruiting the people, what they are expecting from the people. To get practical knowledge, on SDLC phases. All SDLC phases you need to know. So all of you who are in this course already done with Java, but do you have confidence to attend the interview? In this course, all of you done with Java and done with the Spring Boot, but do you have confidence to attend the interview? No. Many people don't have the confidence to attend the interview. And if I give one project, are you in the position to develop the project on your own? If I give one project, are you in the position to develop that project on your own? Any simple project if I give, suppose simple, for example, let me show you one screen. Let me show you one screen. So you just think about it and tell me, are you in the position to develop this screen? So this is my screen. I want you to develop this screen in the project. So plan names should come from the database. Plan status should come from the database. Gender, static values, dates available. When I select the plan name and click on the search button, based on the selected plan, data should come. Okay. When I click on download Excel, the data should be exported to Excel sheet. When I click on download PDF, that data should be exported to PDF file. How many of you can develop this screen on your own? If I don't explain, if I don't do the code in the class, how many of you can develop this project on your own? You need to display some drop downs with the dynamic data. When I click on search only with the snap, only snap data should come. When I search with the plan status approved, only approved records will come. When I click on gender and select search, only gender data should come. Are you in the position to develop this project? This just this screen. I'm not talking about the project also. I'm just talking about this screen. I'm just talking about this screen. Able to follow me? How many of you can complete this project, can complete this screen development on your own? Forget about Angular or React for front end. We will do this front end by using TimeLeaf or JSP. I will use TimeLeaf. It is a first mini project, right? I will use TimeLeaf to develop this project. That's it. Backend Spring Boot controllers, front end TimeLeaf template will be there to develop this project. Can you guys do this? Can you guys do this? Do you have that confidence? First of all, do you know how many classes we need to create for this? How many classes we need to take? How many methods we need to take for this requirement? Many people don't know. The reason is due to lack of analysis skills. Due to lack of analysis skills, people are not able to develop the projects. Now, once these mini projects are completed in our course, then you can analyze any requirement. You can improve your analysis skills. You can improve your coding skills, and you can become independent programmer. You can understand how the real-time development will happen, and you will get the practical knowledge on SDLC phases in the industry, how companies will develop the projects. So what I'm expecting from you people is, whatever the projects I'm developing, you don't think that Ashok will develop everything and Ashok will share the code. If I develop everything, if I share the code with you, you will not get any benefit from that. If I develop the code, if I share the code with you, is there any benefit you will get from that? Is there any use for you? If you take my code, your coding will improve or your coding will not improve? Your coding will not be improved. So I want everybody to follow these steps. So I will give the requirement first. The good thing in the project course is I will not do the things first. I will give the chance for you to do the things first. Suppose if I give this screen, you need to analyze database first. How many tables are required for this? How many database tables are required for this? Okay. How many Java classes are required for this? In the Java class, how many methods are required for this? What should be the parameter for the method? What should be the return type of the method? That you have to analyze first. and you keep your analysis ready. Because if your analysis is wrong, then your coding will be wrong. Simple example. You want to construct one house. Directly will you start constructing the walls, or you will first prepare a plan for the construction? You want to construct one house. Will you directly start the construction, or you will prepare the planning first? We will prepare the planning first. So similarly, when you want to develop a project also, first you need to prepare the planning. Then we need to start the coding. Okay. So first I will give the chance to do your plan on the project. Then I will tell my plan in the class. Then you compare your plan and my plan. Then you will understand the difference between fresher analysis and experienced person analysis. Then after, to do the coding, first I will give the chance for you. I want to see how you are writing the code, whether you are able to complete the code on your own or not. If I write the code in the class, I will write it from the scratch, line by line, I will write in front of you, I will explain. Then you will feel coding is easy. But if you try to write the code on your own before I am writing, then you will understand your real capability as a programmer. Why? Because when I write the code in the class, you will see what I am writing. You will get the idea how to write it. But when I don't explain, first if you try to do this, then you will understand what is your weak point. So are you not able to analyze the requirement, or are you not able to write the code that you will understand? From there you have to learn and you need to improve. Once you start the coding, if you are able to complete, excellent. If you got stuck somewhere, why you are getting stuck there? What is the problem? How to come out of that problem? When you see my coding, then you will realize how to do the coding as per industry standards. So that is how you need to improve. But in the most of the institutes, what will happen? Faculty will explain the topic. Faculty will write the code. Faculty will give the code for the students. Students will take the code given by the faculty. Students will run the same code. It will work. They feel that their course is completed. But actually, they are not doing the course. They are executing the code given by the faculty. Tomorrow, when you go for the company, when there is a task for you, do you think that team lead will write the code and give you the code for you for execution? Tomorrow, team lead will write the code and will give the code for the execution, or you need to write the code and you need to execute it? Just answer my question, guys. Tomorrow, when you go for the company, team lead and manager will write the code and will give the code for your execution. In the company, team lead will give the code for you to execute. No. Then why you want the code from the faculty? In the company, team lead will not write the code for your task. Then why faculty should write the code for your task? You need to do the code. That's why we are calling this course as a project course. Project means real project development. How people will develop the projects in the company. In the same way, we need to develop the projects in the course also. But here, you will do it. You will do some mistakes initially. I will tell the correct approach. Then you will correct your mistakes. Then you will learn that concept. So Java real-time project means it is doing and learning course. You have to do first and you have to learn from that. Analysis. First, I will give the chance for you to do the analysis. Then I will tell my analysis. You can compare your analysis and my analysis to understand your problem. First, coding. First, you do your coding. Then once your coding is completed, then I will do my coding. Then you compare your code and my code. Then you will understand where is the mistake. Able to follow me? So the reason for this is I want my students to become independent programmer. Tomorrow when you join in the company, you should not struggle to survive in the job. Happily, you should be able to complete any task that they have given to you. That confidence should be there for the person to survive in the software industry. tell me guys, what is the approach is better? First, I should do everything, then you will do it, or first you do everything, then I will do it. Which approach is better? Approach one. Approach one. Trainer should complete first, then students will do. Approach two. Approach two. Students should try first, then trainer should do. Then trainer will do. So now you want to go for which approach? Anything is fine for me, but my favorite is approach two. Approach one. For the mini projects, which approach you guys want to follow? First, trainer should complete the project, then students will do the project. Approach two. Students should try first, then trainer will do the project. Which approach is better? Approach one or approach two? If you go for approach one, you will become good programmer or you cannot become good programmer. If you go for approach one, you will become good programmer or you cannot become good programmer. If you go for approach one, you cannot become good programmer. Why? Because your creativity will not come into picture now. If I do the coding first, you will see my analysis, you will see my code, then your creativity will not come into picture. You will just complete the course if you go for approach one. In the approach one, course will be completed, but getting the job is difficult and surviving in the job is also difficult if you go for approach one. So all the institutes in Amirpet will follow this approach. Trainer will explain each and every topic in the class for 6 months. Trainer will write each and every line of code. Trainer will share the workspace also for the students. After course completion, student cannot do anything because student did not get the chance to think first. Student did not get the chance to develop the things on their own. That's why they will not get the confidence to attend the interviews. But in our course, the approach is different. So whatever that we want to do in the course, first I will give the chance for my students to try. So initially you may fail, no problem. Once you do it on your own, you will understand where you are getting stuck, what is your weak point, where you need to improve. Once you understand your weak point, then you will get interest to learn from that. That's where you need to build your career. The reason is, if you try to do it, initially you may not be able to complete. Some people can complete it. So that will be there. But once you understand your weak point, once you understand where is the problem in your skill set, then you will get more focus to learn the concept and you will do this properly. Tomorrow when you go for the company, whatever the task they will give, you should be able to do it first. Nobody will write the code for you. You have to do the coding on your own. You need to do the deployments on your own. You need to test the project on your own. Everything should be completed on your own. Nobody will help you to complete your task in the company because everybody will be busy with their tasks. Nobody will be there for you in the company to complete your task and to give the code for you. You have to do everything on your own. So initially, so this is our 24 JRTP, right? For first 5-6 JRTP batches, this module 3 concept is not there. I used to explain module 1, module 2, then directly major project development I will do in the class. But after 3-4 batches, I realized that people are completing the courses, but they are not getting the confidence to attend the interview. Then I have taken the feedback from the people. People told that the course is completing as expected, but we are unable to attend the interviews. Even after getting the job also, we are not able to survive in the jobs. Then I have changed our JRTP pattern. I introduced mini projects concept with approach 2. After adding these mini projects in the JRTP became super hit in the market. The reason, students are learning a lot of things. They are become full-fledged software engineer and they are surviving in the companies. Nowadays, our JRTP, many of our JRTP students are working as team leads in the companies. They are leading their teams in the company. So because they have that much confidence, They have that much skill set. How? They tried the things on their own. They understand what is their problem. Then I have done the coding in the class. They observed what mistake they have done. Why I'm not doing that mistake. Then they are correcting their mistakes from those projects development. Okay, you have to do and you have to learn. All of you agree for the approach to? All of you agree for the approach to? So whatever the mini projects we are going to develop, I will follow approach to. First, you will get the chance to do the analysis. You will get the chance to do the development. Once after your analysis completed, I will tell my analysis. Once your coding is completed, I will do the coding. Then you compare it. Then you compare it. Even after giving this much chance also, in every batch, some idiots will be there. They will not do any analysis. They will not do any coding. They will wait for the faculty to complete the coding. Then they will send you a message in the group. Sir, please share your workspace. So in every batch, I will see these type of idiots also. I can't change them. So if you are not serious to do this analysis and coding, then that is your bad luck. That is your karma. I cannot do anything. Even after giving this much opportunity to do the things on your own, and I'm explaining, still some people will be there. So they will not do the analysis. They will not do any coding on their own. Once the project is completed, then they will simply keep a message. Sir, please share your workspace. So can we change them? Can we do something for them? No. I have seen this in every batch, and 100% in this batch also, such type of idiots will come out. You just wait for another 1 week to 10 days. We will see those people also in this batch. They will not do the analysis. They will not do any coding on their own. Once our code is completed in the class, they will ask, please share the workspace. Please share your code. Okay. So that is bad luck for them. We can't do anything. We can't change them. So, but I want everybody to follow approach 2 for both mini projects as well as major project also. So you just observe what is your skill set now. And after these mini projects are completed, what is your skill set? You can feel the difference in your confidence. Now, when I show you this screen, many people are not confident to do the development because they don't know where to start the coding, where to stop. How many classes, how many tables, how many methods, what parameters, what return types, people don't know. Just wait for another 15 to 20 days of time. Your complete thought process will change. When you look at the screen, within 5 minutes, you can complete your analysis. Okay, sir, for this project, we need to take 6 classes. In those classes, we need to take these methods. This should be the parameter of the method. This should be the return type of the method. That analysis you will do just within 20 days of time. You just give me 20 days of time. I will make you independent programmer. Conditions apply. If you agree and if you follow this approach too, then you will get all these concepts. If you don't do the analysis, if you don't do the coding, if you don't try anything on your own, if you are completely dependent on me, then I can't change your fate. So whatever the task I am giving, if you, I am not expecting 100% result from you. At least you should try something. If you fail, no problem. You will learn from that. Sachin Tendulkar became world best batsman in the first 5 matches? No. He failed. Lot of matches, duckouts, 0 score. Over period of time, he became a good batsman. That is continuous practice. Overnight, he did not become world best batsman. What is his first match score? How much he scored in the first match? Sachin Tendulkar. Come on, guys. Very less amount of score, right? Same formula applicable for us also. Initially, when we are doing all the things on your own, you will fail. No problem. From that, you will learn. Then you will improve. You will excel in your career. So by end of these mini projects, you should have confidence. So once you do all the things on your own now, once you go for the mini project, you will tell me, sir, you don't develop the code. We will do it on your own. Because if you do it on your own, then you will learn the subject. If I do the code in the class, you will just watch it. With watching the code which I am writing, there is no use. If you do the code on your own, then you will become a independent programmer so that you can do any type of development in the company. You can survive in any company. Got it? All of you. Yes. So we all agreed for approach two to develop our mini projects, guys. So from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start our mini projects discussion. Now, so we completed Maven, GitHub, Bitbucket, Jira tools as of now. So as part of the mini projects, we are going to use these tools. Once our mini projects are completed, some other tools we are going to learn like Postman, SonarQube, JMeter, Docker, Kubernetes, several other tools are there. So those tools we are going to learn. Those tools we are going to learn as part of our projects development. So anybody who don't know basics of Spring Boot, I want them to go for Spring Boot crash course. I have uploaded one crash course in the YouTube. So by using that crash course, you can learn some basics of the Spring Boot. So Spring Boot crash course is available in our channel. So because from tomorrow onwards, we are going to work on the Spring Boot project only. If you don't have any knowledge on the Spring Boot, guys, I recommend you people to go through this video. So this is crash course on the Spring Boot. And some Eclipse shortcuts video is available. So when you want to improve your productivity, some Eclipse shortcuts that you should know. In the STS also, we can use the same shortcuts. Eclipse shortcut keys Ashok IT. I think I have explained top 25 shortcut keys in the Eclipse. Okay. So top 20 Eclipse shortcut keys I have uploaded for the programmers. So I want you people to go through this Eclipse shortcut videos, which is helpful. And every Java developer should know what is the debugging. Okay. For debugging also, I have given one video, right? So these all things will help you when we are developing the mini projects as well as major projects. Okay. So Java code debugging in the Eclipse IDE, how we can do this code debugging. I want you people to understand that. Okay. So today you just make yourself available and work on these videos. They are very, very, very helpful. They are very, very, very helpful in our mini projects development. Anybody who don't know Spring Boot, please go through this Spring Boot crash course. You will understand some basics of the Spring Boot to develop these projects. Eclipse shortcuts, to do the more work in the less time, then you can use the shortcuts in the Eclipse. To understand the code execution flow, we are going to use this debugging. These three concepts I want you people to follow today. Got it? So from tomorrow, we'll start with our mini projects development and we will follow approach two. You need to do the analysis. You need to do the code on your own. Then I will do it. Then you can compare your code and my code. Good. Fine, guys. Thank you. And for the tomorrow session, Zoom link is going to be updated, guys. So I'm changing the Zoom link in our website. Give me a minute because lot of classes we have given for free now. So I'm going to change the Zoom link in the website. So from tomorrow, everybody should join the class from the portal with a new Zoom link. It won't ask you. I mean, you don't ask any Zoom link in the WhatsApp group. Today also, someone is asked a link in the WhatsApp group. From tomorrow, don't share the links in the group. From tomorrow, new link will be available. That new link I'm updating in the website. Give me a minute. Let me update so that we can verify the new link is accessible for you or not. Just a minute. Yeah, guys, all of you, can you go to your website? Can you log in the website and check the new Zoom link is available for you or not? I have updated the Zoom link. Guys, I have updated the Zoom link in the website. All of you check it. Are you able to access the Zoom link or not? Log in into the website and go to your dashboard. You can see the Java real-time project there. Click on the join class. It will open the new Zoom link. All of you, once you log in into the website, our website, you can see my courses. In the my courses, you just refresh your page. Java real-time project will be displayed. You click on that join class. You should be able to redirect with the new Zoom link. So from tomorrow, class will happen on the new Zoom link. Link is updated in the portal. Please confirm, enrolled students, are you able to access that link? Enrolled students, please confirm, are you able to access that link? The new link is updated. Good. So if anybody has not done the enrollment, so link is already changed. If you complete enrollment today, then you can attend the classes from tomorrow. All right. Yeah. If you get the message waiting for the host to start the meeting, that is correct link. Tomorrow class will happen on that new link. So don't wait till the last minute, guys. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, class will happen on the new Zoom link. So if anybody not able to join the class, you just need to refresh and delete your browser cache. Link is updated in the website. You no need to call the admin team for the Zoom link. It is already there in the website. Okay. Thank you, guys. So with this, I'm stopping for today. So please revise the things. I'm going to share these videos in the WhatsApp group. If anybody has not done those things, please do that. And tomorrow we'll start with our mini projects development. So Spring Boot crash course video, Eclipse shortcuts videos, and a debugging video I'm sharing. These 3 videos are important in our upcoming classes. Please refer them. Thanks for joining today. We'll meet in the tomorrow's class. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.